Solomon says the same thing twice in chapter 13 of Proverbs, two different verses, one message. Verse 13, he says, "He who despises instruction will pay for it, but he who respects a command is rewarded." Verse 18, he says, "He who ignores discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored." Two different paths Solomon lays out. One leads to destruction, to poverty, to shame. The other one leads to reward and honor. And the difference is how we take instruction. Do we receive it or do we reject it? Now, I think a lot of people, oftentimes, and myself included in this, can feel like God's commands, his instructions, are often just God telling us what to do. Like it's a list of restrictions or set of rules designed to limit us. And when we feel that way, the natural response is to push back against it or to ignore it or to do the thing anyways and ask for forgiveness after. But that's a misunderstanding of who God is and why he gives instruction in the first place. Jesus in John chapter 10, verse 10 says that I came that they, you and I, would have life and have it to the fullest. That's not the language of somebody trying to control you or restrict you. That's the language of somebody trying to get you to the best possible version of your life. Every command that feels uncomfortable from God, it's moving us towards something better. And when our lives are aligned with the instruction of God, we move towards the outcomes he designed for us. Solomon says reward and honor. When we despise those things, when we treat it as optional or irrelevant, Solomon says we bring destruction on ourselves. We drift towards poverty and disgrace. And that's not because God's punishing us, but because we've stepped off the path that Jesus says is life and life to the fullest. Jesus takes it further in John chapter 14. He says, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And then after that, he goes on to list the things, the rewards that keeping his word produces. The obedience and rewards are directly tied in. You can go read those things for yourself, what Jesus says, but the rewards are things that the world can't give us, and it also can't take away. So again, I understand there's those moments where following God's instruction doesn't feel like reward. It feels like a sacrifice, like the harder path, or like we're missing out on something. But that's just simply not the case. And oftentimes it actually takes us walking out that obedience to realize or understand the benefit on the other side. That's why Solomon says to revere the command, because the one giving it has your best possible life in mind. A Proverbs a day, day 12, chapter 13. I'll see you on the next one.